issue 8 comes out, which will be the Splatfest arc, which I am so excited for. Anyways, so the Splatoon manga is a really great thing. The art, the story, the characters are all just amazing, and honestly, it comes to my question: will we ever get a Splatoon anime based off of the manga? Well, that's what we're gonna find out today. In this video, if we're gonna talk about a Splatoon anime, we gotta first talk about where it will air on. I personally believe it will air on Disney XD and it will be dubbed in English. I believe this because one, Disney XD is a children's network, and I really don't see children being able to read those subtitles. Two, they already have one Nintendo property down their belt, Pokemon, so I really can't see how they can't get another one under their belt through. As as for Japanese, I'm not really sure. I feel like it would air on some child's network for that. However, I really don't think it would be on a streaming website set like Crunchyroll. For cast, that's something I'm not really too good with. I'm not really a big actor person. I really don't follow many actor news and stuff like that. But there is one person I have in mind. Ben Schwartz, the voice of Sonic in the upcoming Sonic movie, and Dewey Duck from DuckTales 2017. I feel like he would make a perfect Goggles, as his enthusiastic voice really fits the character, and honestly, he's already playing with Disney, so I feel like it would just be perfect for him. As for the other cast, I have no idea. I really don't know anyone who fits them. I really don't follow many actors. If I had to make a wild guess, I feel like Jenna Fisher could maybe play Bobble Hat. She's also known as Pam from The Office, and honestly, that's just a really wild guess. I really don't think if there was one, she would voice it. However, a safe bet I can ensure is just Ben Schwartz as Goggles because personalities. All right, now we get to the fun part, arcs. So, what the section is going to cover is what arcs are going to be covered in what seasons. Now, I'm not going to go delve into episodes. If this video does well and you guys want it, I will do a separate video explaining about like how the episodes could go. But right now, we're just going to stick with the manga. So, start off with season 1. I feel like this will be a pretty short season. There's only 7 chapters in this, or volumes 1 and 2 of the manga. So I feel like this would be a perfect short season to introduce the characters and set up some basic plots. Now we move on to the hero mode arc. The hero mode arc is covered in volume 3 or chapters 8 and 9 of the manga. I feel like this arc would be a perfect starter for season 2, as it could be a nice way to recap the characters and introduce a few new ones like Captain Cuttlefish, who will be important later on in the Octo arc. Now we move on to the Emperor arc, which is the arc I'm most excited to talk about. This one is a pretty long arc. We have 16 chapters and 3 volumes. Granted, the 3rd volume does contain the hero mode arc, and the 6th volume does contain the Samurai arc, but other than that, this is a pretty lengthy one. So I feel like this one could stretch all the way out until the end of season 2. Why? I feel like this will be a nice conclusion to season 2, as it's such a big gap that I honestly can't really see it just being part of a second arc. Like, imagine if this and the Octo arc were in the same season. That would be probably a 30 plus episode season, which is a little too much. Now we can move on to the Salmon Run arc. The Salmon Run arc is going to be a bit interesting. Why? Because I feel like this could be the start of season 3. Granted, we will need we will need a look forward for it. So I feel like, because at the end of volume 6, which is when it starts, when they're celebrating, Goggles drops his pickled plums, and they roll into the Samurai building. Him and Gloves go after it. That's where they meet Mr. Grizz. Then they find Emperor and Mask, and then they go do Samurai. Right now, I feel like that it could be a great cliffhanger where the pickled plums will roll into the building. They will go find it, but then instead of like actually showing the Samurai, they'll just walk in and then they'll see Mr. Grizz. And Mr. Grizz's like, "Hey kids, I got work for you." So I feel like that would be a great end for season 2. Now season 3, that would be the start of this Octo arc, and maybe the Splatfest arc. You'll find why. So Samurai arc, I feel like that could be just a pretty simple short arc. It was only 1 chapter long, so I feel like they'd probably expand it out with maybe the actual Team Blue doing their own salmon run compared to just goggles, gloves, emperor, and mask. Now, the Octo-Arc, we're getting a little confused here, because, well, this volume just came out, so there's gonna be spoilers, so if you don't want spoilers, skip to this timestamp when I stop talking about the Octo-Arc. So, the Octo-Arc ends with the fight against this telephone. We see it, and that's all. Like, we get to see the telephone, everyone's shocked. Ooh! So, I feel like the Octo-Arc is going to continue in Volume 8. What I think is going to happen is in Volume 8, it's probably going to be 1 or 2 more chapters for the Octo-Arc, but then after that, the rest of the Volume 8 is going to be about Splatfest, as Splatfest is on the cover, and it's on the back. It literally talks about it on the back. So, I feel like that would be where we leave off for now, because, well, the thing about Splatfest arc is, I'm not too sure how long it's gonna be. Like, we don't know how long the Splatfest arc's gonna be. We don't know if it's gonna be longer than the Emperor arc. Maybe it's like 20 plus chapters long, which is super unlikely. It's not the sports festival arc from My Hero Academia. It's yours! So I feel like we can't safely say. I might make an update video after the issue comes out, when we'll actually know when it happens. So, yeah, those are my thoughts about a potential Splatoon anime. I really hope you guys like this new kind of video. It doesn't take too much effort to record. I don't have to, like, record over too many matches because nothing interesting happened. I can just play some gameplay over the audio, include some nice images, play the audio, and boom. So thank you all so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time, because yes.